All right, welcome back to the Real Estate Huddle. We are excited to get started here. We've got a very fun topic today. And the topic that we're going to talk about is why everyone is moving to Denver in 2025. And obviously not everyone is moving to Denver, but there's a good portion of people that we believe will move to Denver.
Does
right?
feel like it.
And so we're going to talk, here's some of the things we're going to cover, moving to South Denver, what that looks like to people, the Denver housing boom, what people are talking about after a couple years of not growing, the growth that we could see, and then also lifestyle benefits of Denver, living here and what Denver has to offer compared to other cities out there in the country. And then last but not least, some of the relocation trends that we're noticing. And so we'll get it kicked off and want to just talk about some of the growth and expansion that's happened in the Denver area. We've got some big players, some big businesses that really drive our market here. And you've heard of them. Google, Amazon, Salesforce are humongous. And those are companies that have moved from Silicon Valley to Denver because of the better business environment here. And they are stocked in Boulder and Denver. I mean, we've got a big population of those employees here in town. So that's one of the huge driving forces. But that's not all. There's other companies that are moving to Denver every year. And 2025 is going to be no different.
Can't forget the bellwether, Charles Schwab.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Oh, yeah.
Tons of employees.
Right. Yeah, a big hub just right over there in Lone Tree.
Mm-hmm. Yep, definitely.
And then, I mean, we also have like big like health industry companies out here, like HCA, and then we have like obviously Anschutz is a huge medical center, and big VA medical centers here as well. That I mean, obviously you can get a lot of those throughout the country, but this is a big hub for all that too.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, I think the main draw is the lifestyle. For me, most people, the things that they enjoy about Colorado is it's very well-rounded. There's a lot of stuff to do. There's good people. It's not like, you go to LA for an opportunity. You go to New York for the most metropolitan. But Colorado, it's not super, super urban in Denver where it's like New York. But you have that. You have places that are more rural. You have stuff to do. There's always fun stuff. We have a ton of live music. I'd say Denver is one of the top cities for if your favorite artist, you want to see them where you live. Mm-hmm. Red Rocks, Fiddler's Green. We have a whole episode actually about live music in Colorado. Yeah. But I just think the lifestyle, the sunshine, the people, just the overall life that people want to live out here is the main thing.
I agree.
We've talked about the influx of business, which is huge here. Mm-hmm. It's a city. It's not a huge city. I've lived in both coasts. There is a Midwest pace adjustment that I feel we get here in Colorado without giving up any of the other things in terms of nightlife, music,
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah. I've talked to people who, like yourself, have lived in a lot of areas. And one thing that they pointed out was like, they live in Hawaii now. And they were like, Hawaii's great, but not if you want stuff done fast. Like the overall, like just community there is like, we just go with the flow. Slow things moving. Get done when they get done. Yeah. So that might bother you. He was saying about Hawaii. With Colorado, I think we have kind of that more laid back, like, you said kind of Midwestern feel. But we also kind of have, I think, a little bit more of that vibrant culture, that friendliness that you get from like a lot of the metropolitan cities that feed into Denver with new people who move here. And I'd also say it's a melting pot. We get a lot of people who, aren't necessarily natives from Colorado that are in Denver. Yep. And, you don't know what you got till it's gone. I've moved out of Denver after growing up here. Mm-hmm. And I, didn't realize how awesome it really is out here until I didn't have it. And I was like, wow.
Yeah. Are you guys all natives?
Yes.
Yep.
Born and raised.
I think that's the interesting evolution I've seen in Colorado is, like you were saying, it's got that different pace with kind of a bigger city feel. And I think it all stems down to like where we came from. Like this used to be a cow town. Mm-hmm. Like Denver was never, up until maybe 2 or 3 decades ago, like it was pretty flyover type state, comparable to, Kansas and Nebraska. And now,
never say that.
I just, it's very interesting because now we have when it comes to like lifestyle stuff, like Denver is, I mean, like you said, it's a huge hub for lifestyle, for tech jobs, for like just jobs in general. But then you have like, you bring in the west side, like the mountains and stuff, like skiing, mountain biking, hiking. Like we've got 14ers. Like people move here just for that alone.
We'll see. I mean, part of what we're talking about, a lot of people moving to Colorado. It's very apparent, certainly because it's coming on the tail of COVID where
Yep.
there's no one on the street for a while. Now we have a heck of a lot more traffic than we're used to. Where are they coming from? A lot from Texas, a lot from Southern California. I'm not sure what the percentage is from the East Coast, but it's different, and it'll be interesting to see how that feel holds, whether people adopt what they find here or they bring with it. Something we all need to keep an eye on for
Oh yeah.
10 years. So.
And I think it's something where if you identify with the culture here, if you're having thoughts about moving to Colorado or moving to Denver, geographically or just area wise, whatever you're looking for, we have here. We have plains, we have mountains, we have water, anything that you're like, I want to live by X or in this kind of area, we have all of that in Colorado. So to me, the choice to live in Colorado is about the lifestyle. Sunshine, it's fine. That's an atmosphere line. He's a big Midwest guy, but we get more sunshine than pretty much anywhere else. Even though people think of Colorado as a snow state, it's not like debilitating. Like I've had some Midwestern winters where it's like, cabin fever. But I've never really felt that in our winters here. And it's well rounded. We have every season. So we have winter, but then we have a spring, a fall. And
It's
all
funny
that.
because my wife, she's from Washington, so she's from a very gloomy part of the country, very rainy, not a lot of sunshine. And then when she moved here, it's funny because I grew up with it. We'd have a snowstorm or whatever, and it'd be overcast and snowing for a little bit, and then literally 24 hours later, it's 70 degrees again.
Gotta
and
love that.
snow's melted, and then you kind of repeat that cycle. And then like with summers, it's sunshine all the time with some afternoon showers and things like that. So that's like, I don't think people understand,
Much.
the winters here as much if you haven't really lived here before. And then the summers on top of that are just pristine. It's awesome. So,
And that takes me into CDOT. Normally people aren't like, oh, I love the traffic or the streets around here, but for a city, Denver traffic is not that bad. We have some bad drivers, but I think everywhere
still
does.
hate it.
But-
Still hate I-25.
Yeah, a lot of places, like when I was in Missouri, it's like it snows, it's snowy out and winter
Yeah.
for like a while. Colorado, it snows. That day, CDOT's already cleared all the main roads. There's no snow or ice on like the main roads. It'll melt by the next day with all the sunshine. Like people,
There's no snowpack layers.
yeah.
Which you get in like the Midwest and some of
I
those
will give
mountain
a
towns.
couple counter arguments because we'd heard this and we moved to Colorado and then it snowed. And they're like, oh, but it'll melt. The sun come out.
What year did
Didn't
you come
melt.
here?
Stuck around. Took us like 3 weeks to get out of our driveway.
When was this?
Yeah, what?
This was 20 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Was it, what snowstorm was
Hang on,
this?
let me finish that.
Because
Second thought is I never knew the importance of which direction my home faced
Yep.
until moving to Colorado, and I faced north. Something to think about.
Why is that?
Bad
for
move.
people who don't know.
Bad move.
Because
the
the
same
Who's your
snow
realtor?
don't melt.
Just kidding.
So
You don't
my
have to say.
neighbors
Don't say
across the street, no snow probably now, and I've got anyway.
Yeah.
And the third point, which I would argue one of the best selling points of this state is the access to the mountains. We use it. A lot of people ski, hike up there. We're in a painful period as people move in, having just been up to the mountains and back in the last week. That is where we get traffic.
Yeah,
They do a
I-70
great job,
is rough.
but we got to figure that out. I know it's underway and they're widening it, and that's part of the difficulty.
And that's
now.
going to be a nightmare in itself.
Anyway,
Yeah.
so think about that. When more people come to this incredible place that we love, and they will love it too, infrastructure-wise, we will go through some.
Yeah.
some
I
pain
understand
points.
it. Like part of me is like, being a native, I'm like, stop moving here. But I understand why. It is a great place. Like it just as far as everything we've talked about, right? Like the the jobs, the lifestyle, like the people here are incredible, and you can find all walks of life here, which is awesome. Everyone
Yeah.
from cowboys to
Yep.
your hippies. I mean, it's both sides of the spectrum, which makes it a pretty cool place. So it literally is a place for everybody.
Yeah.
There's something for everybody here.
Yeah.
Which makes it such a great pull. And I think we see a lot of those. That's where a lot of those relocation trends come from, is because it is such a good place to be, and like it's a really good place to work from remote, or because we have all the jobs here. Like that's where a lot of those relocation companies they're becoming so popular within us. Like we work with them a lot because people are just, they want to be here. They can work remote, or they have places here to work.
Yep, it's true. And go ahead, Jackson.
Oh, I keep coming back to it, but I think part of why it's hard to express how good the lifestyle is here and why everyone likes it is because you have options. So I don't think everybody here has the same lifestyle, but you have the option. I don't have any statistics for this. We're probably the most dog-friendly state, I would think.
100%.
We
I've
have,
seen that somewhere.
Absolutely.
yeah. I don't know how you would track that.
We are the
but-
Subaru of states. Absolutely.
Subaru of Subarus.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we do. I think we have per capita the most
There's
Subarus.
a great dude on
Very fit, lots of facial hair. Yeah. No, just kidding.
health. I was talking to a friend of mine. I grew up on the East. And he still works in Manhattan. And he thinks everyone out here is, like 175 pounds and cut because we all go hiking in the mountains. Which
I was
isn't entirely
told
true,
we're
but-
like the all-American family where you have like the dad with the puffer vest and a golden retriever. Like that's what people think of Coloradans as.
driving a
Driving a Subaru.
Well, and we have that culture of like people do think, Colorado's really health and fitness focused, and you have that option. Like if you want vegan, vegetarian options at restaurants out here, we have all that stuff like healthy eating, locally sourced, farm to table. All of that is available, but there's also like if you want to go to Fat Shack and get a deep fried Oreo, like we have all that stuff too. So
That's right.
it's not like if you come here, people are
Darn straight.
Love
put
those.
us on
but-
a spectrum. We err a little bit more towards the healthy side.
Yeah, and
The altitude.
I think it's also the availability, right? Because we have sunshine, we have outdoor activities, we have a culture of going out and doing things and
Bike
doing
lanes everywhere,
activities.
bike paths.
Yeah, so I think it's just the lifestyle leads people to be a little bit healthier, not that you have to be obsessed with health to move here.
You become what you're surrounded by.
Yeah.
And that's
true.
It's
But
just kind of a
we
fact.
should
here.
segue a bit to what does that mean? Talking about real estate, right?
Yeah.
It means why it's so desirable. It's also why it's such a competitive market.
Yep.
Great
Absolutely.
investment, but always a little more tricky finding the right place getting started.
Yeah, yeah. With home values, median price or average price right around 780,000 nowadays. It's a little tougher to qualify, but so many like attributes that you guys have talked about that are just make Colorado a great destination. And when we look at Colorado's housing booms in the past, Broncos won the Super Bowl back in 2015. Housing boom, right? Broncos made the playoffs this year. Who knows? Housing boom expected? Denver housing boom? Could be. But when we look at relocation trends, here are the numbers. Okay, we've gone up 19,853 more people came into Colorado in 2024 than they did in 2023. Okay, that's pretty significant. 33,227 people moved into Colorado from out of state or out of the country last year. And so that's solid. We had during that boom after the Super Bowl run, we had over 50,000 people per year that were moving here, and that created a massive amount of demand for housing. So that is definitely a trend that could continue to go upward.
Wow.
And it's obviously gone up from 23 to 24. So we're headed in the right direction.
Would not have guessed you would share that.
I'm going to call it right now because I'll only dig this up if it happens. Broncos, Super Bowl. We're beating the Bills. We're beating the Chiefs. Super Bowl this year. No one can judge me if we don't win it, but I will dig this back up if we win it.
You know the
I
result.
called
If
it.
you're watching this on YouTube weeks later, you know the
you already
result. So you can just look at Jackson right now and be
You
like,
just
"You
Tell
idiot."
me in the comments how good that prediction
But
is.
we believe. Let's bow. Let's bow.
Let's
Ride
both.
the back of a rookie quarterback and you just added undue pressure. Hopefully you didn't jinx it.
Oh, we're playing with house money. We got a rookie quarterback where I had a schedule. Like,
true.
I'm happy with the season if the Bills crush us or if
Hey,
we go to the
getting to
Super
the
Bowl.
I think that's
playoffs
how
was an
everybody feels.
accomplishment in itself. So
how a lot of people
with a
feel.
rookie QB, it was
Yeah.
pretty awesome.
And we have pride here. You know, Nuggets, Avalanche, Broncos. I think
3 out of 4 major teams are winning teams.
Yeah.
Like, really good winning
We are
teams.
really hoping for 4 this next season.
Yes.
Hey, the CU Buffs used to
won't
be a
Four if
no-win
you count
team.
Prime
Now
and the
they're a
Buffs.
good team.
Yeah.
I don't know. They got slaughtered by
BYU.
the Cougs, baby.
All right. So moving back to relocation trends. The other thing just to compare Colorado with the rest of the country, we're in the top third of the country for relocation, 16th in the country out of 50 states. And so that's pretty good. We used to be like number 1 during that huge boom back in the 2013 to 17 era. But we're still right in the top third. Very desirable destination because of all the things that you guys have mentioned here. So pretty awesome.
And one thing that I just saw that I think is overlooked and not talked about is we don't have a lot of humidity here. If you don't like humidity, like I grew up here, so I'm biased, but if I'm cold in humidity, it hurts worse. If I'm hot in humidity, it's more muggy. Like humidity to me just makes every temperature not as fun.
I don't know how I got through life when I lived in humidity. But
Yeah.
I'll say this again. I'm trying to be the wet blanket here.
yeah, well, devil's advocate.
I'm going to see.
Bring your lotion.
I'm going to see my parents in Florida next weekend. And I'm just going to like walk in the ocean and just like stand there, and then all the cracks in my fingers
I was just
will
about
go
to say,
away.
I'm like bleeding as we speak. Like,
We're so active. We're always outdoors. You get chapped skin.
You need good lotion and face cream.
Yep.
It's no shame to be a man that uses oil of Olay.
have a quality
Ideally,
facial
20
routine.
SPF at least, right?
If you move here, get some CeraVe, moisturize, you'll be all right.
I personally like the leathery feel myself, but
Makes me feel tough.
yeah,
Like a gator.
You got soft hands,
Yeah.
boy.
I like that cowboy feel.
And
That's awesome.
with the cowboy thing, we have a good history too.
We do.
There's historical kind of pioneer vibe stuff for the mountains. Like I think Bill Burr has a joke where he's like, people were on the Oregon Trail, they got to Denver and they saw the Rockies and they were like, yeah, screw it, we'll go right
You want to
here.
see the cowboy part of Colorado? Go to the National Western Stock Show.
Oh yeah.
Coming up.
Yep. So,
If you want to see some fake cowboys, go to the Grizzly Rose.
yeah, right after the National Western Stock Show. Yeah, right there.
All right.
Good deal.
Well, maybe you're moving to South Denver. Maybe you have just been listening, going, I want to be a part of this Denver housing boom. If that's the case, we are licensed realtors here in the state of Colorado, specifically in the South Denver area, and we work all these places. So we'd love to help you. Feel free to leave comments if you have questions about the area that you're concerned about with your family situation, maybe like how will my family fit in or my kids fit in this way or this way based on anything we've mentioned. Feel free to comment. We'll give you some insight and maybe send you a link to a couple of resources that can help you out. So hope you've enjoyed, and we'll catch you on the next one.